I don't know what you're doing. I mean, a couple of months back, I saw you on LinkedIn, you're doing something else. Now you're focusing on something else. Who knows? 6 months from now, you could be doing something else. So where is your focus? Well, that was the response that I got when I first started out on LinkedIn back in 2017. And arguably, I would say, yes, I haven't found the area to focus on. And the reason behind that was I was using a different set of criteria. So let me explain. Some people choose what to focus on based purely on economics, where I could get the most money for. That is where I'm going to focus on, which makes a lot of sense because we all have limited time. And if you want to make money as quickly as you can, then obviously you want to go with the thing that brings you the highest yield possible within the shortest period of time. Nothing wrong with that. That said, we all know that there are people who have made a lot of money and are not fulfilled. And there are also people who make lots of money and are absolutely fulfilled. So what gives? Now, the second category could be, I'm going to work on something that I'm passionate about, right? Because that is something that I eat, live, and breathe. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, while that is good, and that is purely being passionate, being focused on what you think is your calling or your purpose is, you also have to be realistic and ask yourself, can it pay the bills at some point in time? So we all know of people who have focused on their passion and finally made it and was rewarded handsomely, but we also know of people who slog through the years and never quite make it. And some of us would choose to use the criteria of whatever the world wants, whatever the world needs, that's what I'm gonna do. Right? So some people see it as opportunistic, but some people see it as just being realistic. It's in a situation, and given the amount of time and resources, I'm going to commit my resources to give me my highest yield. So if this is something that people want, I'm going to give it to them. Nothing wrong with that. And yet there are some people who think that the main criteria for choosing what to focus on is what they're good at. And now they have a term for that. It's called the growth mindset versus the fixed mindset. Because if you choose to only focus on things that you're good at, which means you potentially could be avoiding all the things that you think that you're gonna suck at. So a growth mindset person would say that, well, I'm gonna suck at it for the first few times, but I'm gonna learn, and I can learn, and I will learn, and I will become better. And so, if you ask me which criteria is the right criteria to use, at the end of the day, I think it depends. For me, at different phase of my life, I had a different criteria. So for example, when I was just starting out, my main criteria was to learn as much as I can. And in the second phase of my life, my criteria was to earn as much as I can. And right now I'm in a position where I want to find a way to contribute, to be able to make a difference as much as I can. And I think if you look back at how some people have operated, I don't think there is a right way or a wrong way. It's just the way that I see that it best fits me. And I'm glad to see that there are people like Tony Hsieh of Zappos. In his book, he talks about delivering happiness in his book. He talks about profits, passion, then purpose, right? And if you were to ask me right now, like, so what should I focus on? I think the answer is fairly straightforward, but not necessarily easy to implement. And like what Chase Jarvis said in his book, Creative Calling, he said the same thing as well. So he said that to find out where you should focus on, this is the thing that you must do. The thing that you must do is to do the work. And I'll add to that, you do the work, you collect your feedback, you pay attention to what the ground is giving you in terms of data, and then you recalibrate and redirect your course along the way. And at some point in time, you will find what is the thing that you should focus on. So what exactly are you focusing on right now?